Buongiorno, buona domenica. Michael and Annie here from Casa Salentina.
And today we're going to be talking about our Puglian house 3 years on.
3 years already.
That's our milestone.
How fast has that gone?
And I can't believe because it does not feel like that.
No, it doesn't.
So we're going to show you how far we've come. We're going to revisit and show you lots of before and after.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the transformation, not just in the house, but with us.
Yes.
It's really transformed our lives. So it's not just about buying the house. You've brought a lifestyle. It's more than the house and the dream of owning a property in Italy. And the transformation I think is really big.
Yeah, it certainly is.
We're going to talk about our challenges and our wins.
Yes. Yes. Had a few of those.
Yeah, and just go back to the story, and it's just not always just as easy as it looks either.
No.
There are anxieties, there's excitement, there's that waiting periods, you need to have patience, and so forth.
Yes,
so
lots of mixed emotions.
yes, definitely mixed emotions. So join us today as we take you through our transformation. So this month, February, it's been 3 years since we found our home in Puglia. We found it through a portal on Idealista, and if you get to the end of our video today, it'll take you to a link all about Apulia, and it'll tell you the whole story, how it all came about. So if you're interested in that part, definitely go there. So today I would really more or less touch on the process and the,
How it all happened.
the emotions and etc. So we looked at a few properties.
We did.
We came at a short list down to 20. Then that 20 we had to come down to 5. And
Two of them were a no-go because they had railway lines in the back. There was something kept drawing us.
They were actually in the backyard.
In the backyard,
not
right at the back of the border.
They were part of
Yes.
one was part of the backyard.
Yeah.
And one was on the border.
Yes.
Literally.
So they're straight out.
Yes. Another one we put an offer on and it didn't go ahead.
No. Yeah.
And then we had another 2.
We did.
And our property consultant let us know that one was right opposite a really, really busy restaurant. So that was it.
A bit noisy.
And then we were left with 1.
Then there was one.
The one.
The one.
So what we're going to do here, we're going to actually show you footage that was taken for us by the property consultant as he went through the house and showed us what this property was going to be like. And he also gave us his advice as well. So he would always give us advice on each property and was really honest about it as well.
Yeah.
So we're going to pop in and show you some of that now. And you'll see that when we found the property online and then this tour that he did for us, you will actually see that the property wasn't all roses.
No,
it wasn't.
Far from it, yeah.
No, so there was a lot of stuff to do, but it was really only superficial.
Yeah.
Painting.
Yeah.
A couple of the ceilings did have to be done. So we had 2 ceilings.
Some lighting, yeah.
The ceiling itself and the lighting.
Yeah.
And then we did expose one of the Star Vault ceilings, took the plaster off.
Yeah.
So you will see that as well.
The rooftop terrace was in
a
bit of a mess.
Well, you'll see that in the video. You'll see that. That's coming up. You'll see what it actually looked like and then the finished product.
Yeah.
So that was like a wow moment for us.
Yeah.
Yes. So we'll pop in and show you all the before and after and all that transformation as we go along here.
It's right next door to us here. I'll turn the camera around in a second. We've got the oldest hospital here in town, going back to the 16th century. The property in question, right behind me, with these wonderful 2 balconies and an extraordinary space, very rare to find, with an amazing roof terrace.
we'll also talk about when we actually put the offer in, the waiting period, the anxiety, the excitement, because we'd already had one offer down, another 2 homes. As we said, there was a railway train.
Yep.
So we got to the point where we were really resilient, I have to say. Really hopeful, but resilient, like if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. It's okay. We just keep trying.
Yeah.
And I think with that approach, letting go like that, surrendering, the offer was approved.
Yeah.
And we were told that it wasn't going to be easy, that she was hesitant in selling. And I thought, well, why did she put it on the market? But the negotiation done by our property consultant, by David, it was just amazing. And we, as you can see, we end up buying the home.
We did.
So patience, it was worth all the anxiety. It was worth the waiting. And so forth. And then we went ahead with obviously putting down the deposit and signing the first of the papers.
Yeah.
And from there, everything was done remotely.
It was.
Yeah.
Done remotely.
Everything's done remotely. So our next anxiety came in when it was, how are we going to transfer this money? We've got to transfer euro.
Yeah.
So
that was fun.
that was fun because we didn't know what to do. We didn't know the process. And, you know, whenever you do something for the first time, it's, But obviously now having done it and several times now doing money transfers, it's been a breeze. Yeah. But it's just that first one. It's just that.
It was the initial one, you know. I hope the money's going to the right place. And
just the anxiety.
If it doesn't get there, then where's it gone?
Yeah, and then talking with people that were in a different time zone. So there's a lot of, you know, or we better stay up later, or we've got to get up earlier to match their time zones and so forth. And and you know, there are ways of doing it. We did use a broker and in the UK, so we're talking UK time versus Australian time, which was close to the European time.
Yeah.
So there was things like that we had to deal with as well. And then once we sorted that out and the first payment went through, it was easy to put the settlement payment through. Yeah. Which came later when we got the date for the settlement. Yeah. And, you know, we just signed all the necessary documents in the meantime, which you will see in our video, which we might put in the description below. But we went through the whole process of what you need to do when you're buying a property. So that link will be, I think that was moving to Italy a couple of weeks back. We did that video, and Michael and I did a bit of a
role play.
A role play that day. So you can go to that link below if you want to know the actual process, like the legal process. Yeah. And so that was that part there. Yeah. And
then we're actually over there.
Then, well, no,
Not quite.
Yes, we did. We actually visited that year. And we're able to be there and pick up the key. And the nicest thing about this was that our vendor, the lady that sold to us, was actually there, and she met us at the home and took us through the home. She said, "Would you like me to give you the tour of the home?" Yeah. Oh, that was great. And I thought, oh yes, we'd love that. So we went, and you know, I thought that would have been really, really hard for her because she was hesitant in selling this home. It was her family home. Her parents owned this property originally, and when they passed away, she sold the bottom part of the property and lived in the part that we've actually purchased. So that was really, really hard for her. And she told us everything about the house, what had been done, what she had done, what her parents had done, how old the property was, that it had been there since, well, the road has been there since the 15th century. Yeah. I think she said the home was like 17th century, and she just told us so much about the home. And then later on, we actually had a tour of what the property downstairs was like when her parents owned the whole. So we saw that as well. Yeah. So that was really, really touching to have her show us that. And, you know, she was bringing up memories. And I felt that. I thought that would have been really hard for her. Now, the place was left in a mess. She had not been living in that property for over 2-3 years, apparently. But her son had been living in it. And I don't know how old her son was, but the property, as you will see in this video.
Some videos and photos here. Yep.
A mess.
Yep.
The whole house. The kitchen sink,
Yeah.
the bedroom.
Stuff all over the place.
And obviously the terrace was never used, as you can see
Yeah.
by the photo and the video. So, yes, but we saw all through that. We saw the potential of the property.
Potential.
It had great bones, and that's what's important when you're looking for a property.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid of the cleanup,
No.
all right, or painting, or whether you've got updated kitchen or a bathroom. It's,
Yes. You have to see that vision.
Yes.
What it's going to end up
yes,
like. Yeah.
yes. See that, that was that dream that you had, and yes, see that dream. So that's something we really want to bring up, because I think a lot of people just think you buy it and it's all perfect, and you can buy turnkey,
Yeah,
perfect,
you
furnished
can.
properties.
Yep.
You can. So, well, most people are going to ask us how long it took
Yes.
from when we found it
Yep.
to actually picking up
Pick
the
up
key.
the key. Yep.
Now, for us, because we were visiting Italy that year, we were able to keep the settlement till we were there.
Yep.
So it may have been earlier. We probably would have settled earlier, but we knew we were going to be there in July. So we held settlement till July. And I think we put the money down March,
Yeah.
the deposit.
Yeah.
And, did all the signing. And it was May. May was when we paid the full settlement money and had all the fees ready for the notaio, the whole thing. But we said we'd like to be there for settlement. So we were there to pick up the key in July.
We were.
So
Very
So
exciting.
I suppose from the time we found it, end of February, to the settlement,
5 months?
I suppose that's 5 months.
Yeah.
But from the day we put the deposit down,
Yeah.
it was only 4 months.
Yeah.
It would have been shorter, as we said, if we had said, go ahead without us, but we thought,
Yeah.
we can wait.
That's right.
I mean, they already had the money.
Yeah, I think we might have even been there early and we were travelling around
Well,
other places.
we got there in May, but we were travelling.
Yeah, even in Salento we got there and
June.
we didn't even go and see the property.
No, that's right.
We were holidaying down at
And
the
you can
beach.
see that interview on Salento with Love, where he called us crazy that we'd been in the area for
his
4 weeks and
testimonial with
we didn't
us,
even go
yeah.
see the property, but we thought,
You haven't seen the property?
No.
Or the town?
Yeah, we were
Is that
15
right?
We hadn't even
minutes away.
visited town, so we had visited all the other towns on the east coast. We even came to the west
And how
coast
far was the town and the property from where you stayed for about a week?
about 6 k's.
15 minutes?
No.
10 minutes?
10 minutes
Yeah.
drive, 6 k's.
Yeah, that's definitely weird.
we've already brought the property, we've already paid for it, everything's done, so it doesn't matter.
And when we first went through it, it was like we'd been there because we'd seen that many videos. We watched it that many times. It was
Yes.
almost like we'd been in there anyway.
So if you go to our very first video on our YouTube channel, you actually
Yeah.
see us walk through it, and we just
Yeah.
felt like we'd seen the property so many times through
Yeah,
through the videos that we received and
Yeah.
through watching the photos on
Yeah.
looking at the photos on the
Yeah.
portal, that when we walked in there, we knew where everything was. It was
yeah. Like
besides
felt
PowerPoints.
like we'd been there before.
We felt like we were at home.
Yeah.
From the minute we walked in, it was just, I felt like home,
Yeah.
even though it was a shambles and there was just rubbish and boxes everywhere. And it was just a shambles, but I saw straight through that. I did not see that.
No.
In fact, when I look back at the before photos of that tour, I don't remember. I thought, wow, did it really look that bad? Was that... I just couldn't believe that the terrace was that bad. I thought, oh gosh, I don't remember the terrace looking that bad. And,
Yeah.
and I do remember the kitchen being a brothel.
Yes.
I remember that being a brothel. And the spare bedroom and the entrance. I do remember that.
Yeah.
And they did leave some pieces of furniture, but we did get rid of the furniture.
Yeah.
And that's another challenge all on its own. So, if you want to talk about getting rid of rubbish, big items in Italy, not just Puglia, in Italy,
Yes.
well, that's a book on its own.
Yes,
So,
yes.
but we did manage to book, I suppose, the council,
Yeah.
the municipal to come and get the rubbish people to come out and get it. So, so that was another exciting thing.
Even while we were there, once we put out a whole bunch of stuff, some largish sort of stuff on bin night, and it was all gone the next morning.
Yes,
Remember
so
that?
I don't even know why we had to book big
Yeah.
items. Maybe we just had to put it out the front and they take it with.
Yeah.
Oh, and some of the neighbours take it. So, which is
Yeah.
really common even here in Australia. You put your items out
Yeah.
for pickup and
Yeah.
They're gone the next
Yeah,
morning.
and they even saw us putting it out and they came down looking at it.
And they asked us, actually,
Yeah.
our neighbours,
Yeah.
the Italian neighbours, they said, oh, are you getting rid of this? And we said, yeah. And they said, oh, we could. I said, take it. So that was really good as well.
Yeah.
And another question we get quite often was, who did the renovations for you and how long they took? And for us, that particular year did not stay to do any of the renovations. We actually had already booked a holiday, and this particular holiday we booked in 2022 was a holiday from 2020 that had been cancelled. And fortunately for us, we didn't lose any of the money, any of the bookings, any of the flights, but we did have to take that holiday within the 2 years.
Yeah.
And the fact that we had to take that holiday, we continued touring around Italy with our holiday, and we only had that 6 week stay in Puglia in 2022. Therefore, we weren't there for the renovations, but we entrusted Davide
Salento
and his team
Yep.
to do the renovations for us. So we signed off, gave him a list of what we wanted to see done, and painting was the first thing.
Yep. Cleaning up the terrace.
Cleaning up the terrace,
Yep.
and then not just cleaning it, but sealing it,
Resealing, yep.
resealing it, and painting it.
Yep.
And hence, this is what it looks like now. Amazing. Before, after. And the kitchen probably had the least to do. We only really had to buy the oven.
Yes, the oven.
We were fortunate. The kitchen stayed.
Yes, they left the kitchen. All I took was the oven, basically.
That was
Stovetop
part of the
still there.
negotiation by David
Yeah.
to keep the kitchen. So we're thankful for that.
Yeah.
And we just brought the oven.
Yeah.
We did that while we were there that first year. When we picked up the key,
Yes.
I think within a week we actually did the oven, the fridge, washing machine and dryer. We actually brought them then, and they stored them in the shop until the following year, 2023, a week before we arrived.
Yes.
So that's how great the shop was. Did not charge us storage, nothing.
Yeah.
Amazing. They wouldn't do that here in Australia. They would not store anything for 12 months for you.
Yeah.
So we were really fortunate there. And what was next on the list? It was the 2 ceilings, the one in the kitchen, the low-lying ceiling. We didn't have any lights. We had a wall light, but that's not good for a kitchen.
No.
And then the one in the mezzanine level coming up the
Coming
stairs.
up the stairs, yep.
You'll see that here now.
Yep.
And we had to replace the unusual ceiling that was there and get some downlights put in so that we have some lights.
Yeah. So they put a false ceiling over the top with some halogen lights, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're sort of modern, probably not sort of take on our, but it suits our home. It's not the sort of thing that we look for, but for those rooms, they didn't have the star vault ceilings, those particular ones.
Yeah.
They didn't have barrel vaults or anything like that. So it was appropriate, and they look great. It actually suits.
Great lighting now.
That's right.
Yeah, amazing.
So it wasn't till we got back to Australia in late 2022 that the works then started while we were here remotely. But what they did is they did send us videos, updates
Yep.
every month, and we're going to show you some of them here. You'll see the painter here, for example. Also the exposed stone. We've got a photo here of the scaffolding that went up.
Yep.
And painting in our bedroom, and painting also in the spare room.
Spare room. Yep.
So everything was done remotely, and we would get videos, we would get emails, we'd get updates from Totti, our project manager at the time. He would call us on WhatsApp. So renovations, while you're not there, they worked. They absolutely worked for us.
Easy as.
When we arrived the following year in 2023, we were welcomed with a gift package.
Yes, the place was clean and...
The place was all clean for us already. The furniture was in, so we had ordered a bed, we had ordered a lounge. They did all that.
Put it all in.
They put it all in
had
for
the fridge
us.
turned on, everything was going.
And that's all we had. The appliances came, they brought the appliances in for us. The shop owner did that for us. So we had the appliances, we had a lounge, and we had a bed.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
No plates, no glasses, no cutlery, nothing. Nothing.
And the fun part, we go shopping.
So the next part was we stayed and lived in Puglia for the whole 4 months and just dressed it up.
Dressed it up, basically.
We
yeah.
furnished it and dressed it up. And Michael, you had a great time.
Oh, look, I was renovating old tables and things we'd bought. Well, not making them look new, making them look old. But old new. What do they call that?
Yeah, no, well, you were refurbishing it all.
Yeah,
Like,
refurbishing.
we'd go to the second-hand stores, we'd pick up these beautiful old tables.
Did some painting as well in the old stairwell that leads up to the terrace.
Yeah, we just put our own little touches.
Yeah,
You
little
did the
touches.
tiling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those things we did while we were there were on the ground. And obviously, at the same time, we just had our day in Salento. We just lived and did what the locals do. We went to the markets, we did the shopping, we went to a lot of vintage places, second-hand places, garden centres. And then obviously we went to discover all the towns and all the beaches and all the landmarks in Salento. And heaven, because we didn't know Salento. We knew only parts of Puglia, and obviously that was Bari, the capital, Albrobello, Polignano Mare. That was it. Yeah. That was all we knew. We had never gone down to Salento, and we bought a property in a place we did not know. We just thought, it's Puglia. We've been to Puglia. We've been to 3 places in Puglia. No, we had not been to Puglia. So we got to discover and fall in love with Salento in the hill of Puglia in the south of Italy. Yeah. So the renovations and then the furnishing was all complete, all done, and it was time to leave to come back to Australia. And that's when we had some sad things happen.
Yes, yes.
We had a couple of deaths,
of passings.
And we thought, okay, we're staying home for 2024, and in the meantime we had the property rented out to our wonderful tenant Nick, who you would have seen in our last Stream to Reality series. So if you're looking to get Italian residency, he's the one, he's the video you want to watch.
Yeah, check that playlist.
Check that playlist, yeah, Stream to Reality, getting Italian residency, I think that one's called. And that's our 3 years. Yeah. In a nutshell, like as quickly as we could do for a for a YouTube. But you can imagine we've condensed a lot there, but it's transformed us. Yeah. It's brought us to help other people. It's brought us to do this YouTube channel and help a lot of you, which we never imagined to do that, because when we first started Casa Salentina, it was just a document for our records and to show our family and friends. But yes, when people started asking questions,
we're getting a lot of questions lately and comments. Thank you so much.
Yes,
great.
Thank you.
We love answering them.
And thank you to all our new subscribers, for all those people that are new here. Thank you. And we found this is what we want to do now. We just want to help other people. We want to inspire you as well. And obviously, you know, we love traveling to Italy. We've traveled, you know, over the last, I don't know how many years, 25 years at least. So many times there, and staying, you know, for many months. And we're staying 5 months this year. So we hope you stay on and watch our YouTube channel through the summer. Yes. Italy summer in 2025.
Take you to lots of lovely places.
Yeah, we're going to take you to a lot of places as well. And any homes that we are looking into, we'll do a quick little tour and show you what we're looking at as well. Yeah. And it's still on the list. I'm also still looking for property for my son as well.
Yes, yes.
So also for him, besides our Tuscan property as well. And I think that's it for this episode. Yeah.
Covered everything, yep.
Well, we hope you have a beautiful weekend, lovely Sunday, and that you enjoyed reminiscing with us, our 3-year milestone. Yes. Looking back and how far we've come, and the transformation, as I said, not just to the home, but for us and for the community. Yep. It's just been a bonus. and we're loving it. We're loving it. So thank you to all of you. Ciao, ci vediamo.
Alla prossima.
Ciao, ciao.